regardless of who's in office, regardless of who's running, these countries around the world, with people putting positive information out into the world, people writing poetry like this, people speaking truth to power, something is shifting because our voices are much louder than the chaos. Allow our voices to be louder than the noise that we see on the television, the negative noises that we may see in the world right now. Allow our voices to be louder than that. How do we show up to do that? Keep speaking. Keep speaking truth to what's true for you. What is it that you believe in? What is it that you're taking into your world that makes you feel safe? Share that safety with others. Like, this is what I'm doing. It's like, I'm not hiding out anymore. People have been hiding for a while because they've been scared. When we go into that fear space, it becomes a distraction. And it takes us away from what we're being called to do. Fear is like this constraint that just holds you down and says, oh, I'm too scared to go do that. I could never do that. No. Well, what can you do? It may not be to protest. It may not be to go out and march. I'll keep seeing on Facebook the monks that are walking across the country right now. That's theirs to do, creating peace, creating love, and all these people that are showing up to support them. One of them, I think they said something happened, they broke their leg or a foot or something, and people were there to support them. These monks are traveling all over the world to create something different. Just them setting that intention to do that has created a shift in the universe. And something is unfolding right now. Fear wants us to be reactive. And it's easy to react when we're in this fear space sometimes, because when we're afraid, our defenses go up, or we want to go hide out, or I think about with chaos. Chaos wants us fragmented, and disruption wants us to abandon the center, our center, the center of who we are. Fear does not need you panicked. It just needs you distracted. That's what fear comes up to do. Because the distracted people forget who they are. And people who forget who they are become easy to manage, easy to divide, and easy to exhaust. That is why remembrance is not a luxury right now. It is a spiritual discipline. Remember who you were created to be in this lifetime. The world needs spiritually anchored people. We're not called to match the volume of the world right now. We're called to match the depth of spirit. You do not need to heal chaos by becoming chaotic. It's easy to fire for fire. It's easy to go into that space. You do not need to heal fear by amplifying it. You do not need to heal division by picking up the tools of division and baptizing them in a holy language. So how do we show up? First, we must regulate ourselves, not to numb ourselves out, not to avoid, but become anchored in who we are, anchored in the truth of who we are. Trust spirit with all of what's happening. It's a continuation when we anchor into spirit. There's answers that show up for us. There's guidance that happens for us. Sometimes it's easy, people see these negative posts online and automatically they want to go with a negative post. Don't do that. Before you post, pause. Think about what you're going to put out there, because when they say what goes out into the internet stays on the internet. Before you react, breathe. Take a step. Before you respond to someone in an energetic, emotional way, pause and take a breath. Before you take on an emotional temperature of the room, whatever's happening in the room, go back to center. Center yourself there. Also, refuse to abandon humanity. There are people that are hurting in this world right now when we see the children that are being taken away from their families. Their families are hurting. What do? Those families that are being removed from what they've known as their homes for years and being sent to places that they've never lived or haven't lived for, since they were 5 years old or just being born. How do we look at them in a human way? And with the actions that are happening, I know it eats at our hearts. This is when we allow the tears to fall, if they may. We allow ourselves to, again, go into what am I to do? What is it that I can do in this moment? There are people that are collecting money and food and whatever things that they can send to some of these families that have lost their children, whose children are in detention centers somewhere. And I think about the 5-year-old that's in detention right now and just seeing the health challenges that he's going through. Who's helping this child that's there? How do we get into these spaces where these children are? How do we do that? There has to be a way. Somebody knows the way. It's like when we listen in, there's an answer that shows up. Listen with the inner ear, not with all the noise that's happening around us, the inner ear. See something different, not with the outer eye, but with the inner eye. When we act from this inner authority, this authority of knowing, I know who I am. I remember who I am. When we remember that, we walk in holy boldness throughout wherever it is that we go. When we walk into this place right here, right now, that energy that we came in with, although we didn't know each other, we know the spirit of each other. And that's what drew us here today, that energetic spirit. This is a call to action right now, saying, what is it that you're wanting to do? What is it that Spirit is calling you to do right now? And don't be afraid, just do it. Yeah. Sometimes it's just, oh, well, let me think about this. I can tell you that's been my thing. It's like, well, I don't know, let me think, and do I have time? Just do it. And as you do it, as you take that action, others will follow you. The other thing is we become sanctuaries with all that's happening with the people that we're connecting with and seeing. We become sanctuaries. There was this song, I'm trying to remember where I put this in here, that CeCe Winans has, is out being a sanctuary. Allow me to be a living sanctuary. And it says, Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. A human sanctuary is a dedicated safe space, physical, emotional, or mental, designed to offer protection, healing, and respite from trauma, stress, or external threats. When people are overwhelmed, they're not always looking for answers. Often they are looking for somewhere to be safe. When I come here, I feel that safety here, that this is a sanctuary, that the hearts that are here in this space are sanctuaries, because you get to hold this space for so many people. You all are here, every Sunday. You all hold this space for everyone that comes through the door, or those that are showing up online. You hold that space. That's what churches are for, to hold that space, to be the sanctuary. That's what temples and mosques and synagogues are for, to be that sanctuary. Because people don't know where to go sometimes. And they need that space. They need a safe space Sometimes you are that sanctuary. You could be driving or riding around or shopping in the store, and someone feels your energy and just wants to connect and say, Spirit told me to come and talk to you. God said I need to come and talk to you in the store. I don't know why. And then they start talking to you about what's happening. They feel that inner sanctuary within you. Allow yourselves to be open to be that sanctuary. This is that time right now. This work that we are here to do is sacred. It's not just us as ministers, practitioners, chaplains. It's everybody. These are titles that we hold. But we go beyond these titles. Within us, we have the capacity to hold the hearts of those that are hurting. We have the capacity to know, even to hold our own self sometimes, and when we can't feel it, we go to someone else. So many times people are out here doing this work, and you think it's like they're doing the work, they're holding the space. Who's holding space for them? These people that are marching, these people that are writing letters, these people that are speaking this, that are in pain, who's holding space for them? Allow ourselves to be that sanctuary in the world. And just think, it's like the work that you're doing, don't look at it as small. It's like, oh, I'm just doing this. I'm just going over to the church. I'm just going over to my neighbor's house to take them some food. Or, you know, I know they're by themselves or whatever. That's not something small. It's just, God doesn't see it as big or small. It just is. This is what you're being called to do. When we think about our neighbors, how are we showing up to be that love space, to be that sanctuary? You know, there are so many people that are alone right now, and they have no one, and no one comes to visit them sometimes, and how do we show up to be that sanctuary? Because they're in pain. They're going through their fears and dealing with what's showing up on the news and what's happening with Social Security or whatever it is. They don't know how they're going to make it through. That's why we have like food banks and stuff that are out there, but those are even being taxed right now. How do we show up? You're being invited to get anchored in. Go deeper, not just on the surface level. It's easy to say, oh yeah, I'll do this. And it's like, you know, from this surface level area. Go deeper. Because when we go deep, oh my gosh, it's like we'll come across stuff and it's like, oh, that was down in there. I didn't know I could do this. Be open to what you're being called to do. Headlines change. Conditions shift. Know that while the world is trembling right now, truth is enduring. Truth is happening. In our place of, in this process of being patient, and we've been patient for a while, but still, we still hold on to our patience because that's when we hold on to knowing there's something greater happening. And it's not to say, oh, I'll be glad when that person is out of office. It's like they need to do something to them. I've seen it, you know, many times. It's like, well, they need to kill that person or shoot. No, they need to harm that person. It's like we have to realize when you're putting out harm to others, you're doing that to yourselves.
Yes.
It's like we're no different. I'm no different than any one of you all. I may look different. We all look different. But at the core of who we are, we're the same. So if I go and hurt you, I'm hurting myself. So we walk in that space when we're speaking to others. How do we speak from this place of truth, of this place of, and yes, sometimes people may get on our nerves sometimes, but it's just like, okay, do we just go and start yelling at them just for the heck of it? Or do we pause before we speak and allow our words to come in a way that supports rather than harms? So with that, I am grateful to be here today. And I'm grateful to take this moment for us to go into prayer. So right here in this very moment, God is all that there is. Every fiber of our being, the air that's circulating, the cars that we drove here in this building is all God. Everything that we see, that we know, it's us as God moving through this world, because we're all pieces of God. We're the living expression of God that's moving around the world right now. And so in this right now moment, what I know is that what the world needs is love, is peace, is joy, is the truth, knowing of who we are, knowing that there are people in this world right now that are ready to just continue to say yes. And they're asking, what is mine to do? And the answers come, yes. We open up our hearts to more love. We open up our hearts to give more love, to receive more love. Allow this moment, this time, right here, right now, to be that space to allow you to say, I surrender, Spirit. I tried to do this in my own human way. Show me what is mine to do. Show me how to move. Show me how to act. Show me how to love, even myself. This is what is unfolding now. This is what is being called for now. And in this knowingness, I am grateful for each and every one of us that's here, those that may listen to this recording, those that are just couldn't make it today and they send their love and energy because they could be at the Super Bowl or preparing for it, whatever it is that's allowing them to be in the essence of who they are. We give thanks for each and every person. We give thanks for the center. We give thanks for even the activities that are happening in this planet right now. We give thanks for that because in that space, we know that there's more for us to do. We give thanks for the awakening. We give thanks for the moving forward. We give thanks knowing that there is truly an unfolding and an opening that's happening for the good for all. So with this, I just anchor this prayer, knowing that it is already done, and I release this out into the universe, knowing that my words, our words, cannot return to us void, that it must go out and do that we have sent it out to do. So I anchor this knowing that it is done. And so it is. Blessed be. Amen.